Hi all, this is one of my many Power BI dashboard I have created, and I want to share with you how this is done. On the screen here you have the sales total, we have the cost total, the profit, which is the difference between the sales and the cost. We have the sales by branch. Paris has the highest sales. We have sales by product. Chicken Nugget has the highest sales. Sales by cashier, Well Done Cinderella. We have sales by month. We have sales by category. On your left you have the various months from January to December. When you select January, you see all the transactions or records related to the month of January. Okay, so without wasting too much time, let's look at the steps that will be taken to get this done. We shall restore the database, prepare the data by creating a view in SQL Server, connect Power BI to SQL, create the background using PowerPoint, create the calendar and the measure tables, create and format the visuals. Okay, so let's go to our SQL Server Management Studio and restore the database. So restore. I'll put in the path here, all files. I have my backup file here, okay? And of course, I want my database files to be in the same folder as the backup file. You can decide whatever you want to put yours, that's okay. So we'll click OK. And voila, we have our database here. Okay, so let's just look at the tables. So we have the company location table, which has all the branches. We have the customer, we have product. This is where we have the list of all the items, product category, whether it is fish, meat, or chicken. We have sales, sales details, users, be it administrator or cashier. Okay, so I want us to create a view to link all these tables so that we can use that in the Power BI desktop. Okay, so let me just right click here and create a new view. So the first one is to have the sale detail. We have sale, we have company location, we have product, we have product category, we have users. Okay, so in the sale detail table, what I need is the quantity, selling price, total selling price, the cost price, total cost price. In sale, I need only the sale date, company location. In company location, we have username. I need the product name here. I need the category name. Okay, so let me just execute this to see if there is any error and whether we are getting data. So I can stop this here. I think we are getting data. Let me widen this a bit. So for the sale date, I have the time. I don't want the time, I need only the date. So let me format this. So 112. Let me execute again. If there is any error, we'll know. Okay, so this is how the date is coming, and I want to cast it back to date. So cast as date. Then I want to change the name to sale date. Now I'll save this as view sale. Okay, so we have our view here. Let me just select maybe the top 1,000 rows. You see what we have. Okay, so I also want to know how many records I have. So I can use count one to see how many records we have in there. Okay, so 528,368. Okay, so our next step is to go to Power BI desktop and connect to our server. So let me open, import data from SQL Server. It needs the server name, so let me do like I'm connecting and copy the server name. Put it here. The database name is Power BI _BI. I'll use direct query, and I click OK. It's going to take some few seconds. Okay, so this is our view. You can see our data here. So I'll click load. Now, while this is loading, I think the next step is to create a background. So let's go to our PowerPoint and see how we can create this background. So our aim is to create a background like this. Let me go to PowerPoint, take this out. There are actually many tutorials where you can get this background from, how to create this background. Okay, so I have this here. Format the shape. No line. And I want a combination of 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 4, and 2, 4, 7. Okay. Yeah, so we have this here. I'll make it a bit bigger. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3. So I'll insert those small shapes. I'll take this out, This will be a combination of some numbers here. 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 4, 3. Okay. And then this side will be white. Let's take out the border line. We go here to the shape, the shadow rather, sorry. I'll select this. Let's make this 14 or 15. Make this 15, maybe 14. Yeah, this is okay. This is not bad. So I can copy this. Two times. Good. Then I have a big one here. And I have another big one down here. Too big. Okay, there should be 2 here. There should be another one here. Then there will be one of this here. Okay, now we need these two, the one on top here and the one on the left. Okay, so I'll bring in another sheet. This I wanted to do something. Yes, so I'll bring in this. Here, change the color here to something like this. Play with this a bit. I think this is fine. Okay, now I'll copy this down here. Okay, so I'm just trying to rearrange this. You can even make yours better. Good. Now there is this line. Okay, let me pick out the line. Good. There is this line in between. So I can use this to create the line. And I need another one. Which will be here. It will come down a bit. And I need this to be in between here. Then I'll copy, paste it here. I need it to be smaller so I can use it on top there, on top here. Okay, something like this. You can make it better, that is fine. So I can save this one. In the same folder. So I'll give it background. Then save it as PNG. Okay, so yeah, just this slide. Okay, so we can now go to our Power BI. We have our data here from SQL Server. Let me first of all bring in my background. So I'll go here, canvas background, browse. Okay, it won't show until you set this to 0. And then I'll make it fit. This is okay. Okay, good. So the next thing to do is to bring in this, the total sales, cost sales, profit, and stuff. Okay, but before then, because I'm going to deal with a date, colon, I want to create a calendar table because of my sale date here. Okay, so new table. Okay, so I'll name it calendar. I'll use the calendar function. So first of all, I want to get the minimum date from view sale date, and then the maximum sale date from view sale. Okay, so I have my calendar table. So you can see the date here. The next thing to do is to create, because I'm going to use the month filter, I have to create another column that will have those months in there. Okay, so for this column, the name will be month. Sorry. Let's go to format. Calendar date. Give me MMMM. Okay. So I should have January, February, so on and so forth. Okay. Good. I think I'm ready here. Now another thing I want to do is to have those measures. The measures for the sale total, the cost total, and the profit. So instead of having those measures in the main table, I'll create another table and have the measures in there. So let me go here. enter data. Okay, so I'll call this one all measures. And the first measure I'm going to create, this comes with a warning, but that is fine. It's up to you to decide whether you want to have a different table for your measures or to have those measures created in the main table. Okay, so I have my measure table here. The first measure I want to create is the sale total, which will be the sum of total selling price. Okay, so here, this will be sales total sum sales total selling price. Now my second measure will be the cost total, which will be the sum of total cost price. And then the next measure will be the profit, which will be the difference between the sales and the cost total. So let me create another measure. So profit, which will be equal to sales total minus cost total. Okay, so I'm done now. I can take out this column 1. Okay, so the next thing to do is to link my calendar table with my main table. So let me go to model view. So I have the sale date here. I'll just drag it all the way to the top here. Minute 1. This is okay. Okay, so now this is ready. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is to start creating our visuals. The first one is the sales total. So let me bring in my card. My PC is kind of slow today. Okay, so we have our sales total here. Let me reduce it so that it can fit in here. Let's format it a bit. This should be 30. Okay. Bold. Let's take out the background. Okay. So I can drag it a bit down. Take this up. Okay, so we have our sales total. I can copy this, paste, drag it here, paste, drag it here. Okay, so this one should have the cost price. So I'll take this out and select cost price. And this should have the profit. I'll take this out and select profit. Okay, good. So we have our sales total, the cost total, and the profit. Now, what I want to add is the month on the left here. So let's get that in. Okay, so what I'll do is to bring in my slicer. Then I'll select month. Let me format the month slicer. Here I want it to be tab. Good. Then I'll drag it a bit. It should be 1 colon. Drag it all the way down here. I'll bring it inside before I do the formatting. Good. Okay, so I'll take this month off on top there. So slicer header is out. I'll take out the background. I'll go to effect, take out the background. Good. Now you'll notice that these months are showing in ascending order. You see April 1st, August, instead of January, February, March, and so on and so forth. So we need to do something. What to do is to add another month, colon, that will have the month numbers. So we can use the month function to get that. So here, we'll select month, maybe I'll call it month number. Then I'll use the month function, use my calendar date. So now we have the month number. So I will select month that I'm using for my slicer. And then sort it by month number. So I'll select month and then sort it by month number. Then you can see January will come first, February, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is it. Let me format this a bit, make it bold. Still loading. Let me make this bold. Sorry, it's not selected yet. Okay. So the values, I want it bold, and I want to change the color to be this. Okay, so this looks fine. Now the next thing to do is to bring in our pie for the sales by category. Okay, so let me go back here, get my pie. Okay, so I'll select the sales total and select category name. Let me drag it here. Do a bit of formatting. I'll change the title name to sales by category. So in general, sales by category. I want to take out this category name here. Title is out. And let me format the title. Bold. Change the color to what I use for the other one. So this is fine. You can go ahead and do more if you want, just to make it nicer. There's one more thing we need to do, the coloring here. And also the background has not been taken out yet. So let me do this quickly. I'll go back to visual. The slices, chicken should be this. Okay. Meat should be back, okay. And then fish, let me see what we have here. No, this should be black and the other one should be okay. No, this one should be something like this. Okay, so I think we are getting there. Now the next one is our sales by branch. It is a bar here. So let me go here, select. Now I'll use my sales total and a branch, which is the category name, company location name. Let me drag it to the top here. Resize it. Take out the background. Number one, change the title to sales by branch. Take out this company location name on the left and the sales total from the down there. Okay, so I'll go to Y, take out the title. I'll go to X, take out the title as well. Now I want the bar to have a different color. This. I want to add the data labels that will be shown here. Very good. The data labels should be in millions. Okay, so the next thing to do is to format the title on top there. So it's going to be bold. Then we change the color to this. Okay, so our next visual is the multi-row card. So this is it. Sales total and then product name. Okay, so let me format this as well. Number one is to take out the background. Effects, background. Number two is to give it a title. Sales by product. Bold. It's our usual color. And then this, I want to take it out. Sales total label is being repeated. So let me go back here. Sorry. Category label out. The call out value, I want to make it a bit bold, or we can leave it like that. Go to card, change this color to this or black. We make it bold. Let me see what color we're using here. So I think it's black, so let's make it black. Okay, so when you look at this, chicken nugget has the highest sales, and we have all the items here. You can also go ahead and filter it just to select only the top 10 or the top 5. Okay, so the next thing to do is to bring in our sales by month, which is a line chart. So let me put it down here. So it's the sales total, and then it takes the month. I'll start working on it by taking out the background. I'll change the title to sales by month, bold, change the color to this, then the line color should be this. I'll take out the sales total on the left here. So here, you don't want the title. I can add the markers, add the data labels, and I want the data labels to be in units. You can also change the value decimal places. That's okay. So this is nice. January has the lowest sales all the way up here. And the other one that we need to add is now our tree map that will contain the sales by cashier. So let me look for my tree map. Okay. Tree map, it takes the sales total and the cashier. The first thing to do here is to take out the background change my title to sales by cashier. So, okay, and change the title, make it bold, and then give it the same color we've been using. You can even also format the, let me add a data label for the amount to show. So you can see it here, the amount also we want them in millions. So you can see Cinderella has 10.08 million. So this is how it is. You can change the color and change their colors and use whatever color suits you, which is okay. So from here, let's see what is left. So we have the title, and also there should be a filter here. So I'll just add that. That's okay. So here we have the title. So let me insert a text box. And type in sales dashboard. Okay, so select all, make it bold, make it 28. Yes. This thing can be interesting sometimes, trying to drag it to the top there. Finally. Okay, so I'll take out the background. Okay, so it's up to you to decide if the black is okay or the white. So let me make it white. Okay, not bad. Now the last thing to do is to add a filter here so that you can select a product if you want. That will make it nicer. So let me add another slicer. Select category name and select product name. You see this way, and let me format it to be a drop down. Reduce this guy here, bring it to the top. Sorry. I'll take out the background, give it a title. Product. Sorry. Take out the slicer header so that I can have only product there. Make the title bold. Change the color to maybe something like this, or it can also be white or black. Okay, and then the values in there. can make them bold. Let me see if I select how it comes. Okay, we make them bold. You click here and you have all the items under chicken. So when you select chicken bacon, you should be able to see everything about that product. If you select chicken breast, you see that one as well. Okay, so I think this is okay. You can make it better. Any comment is welcome, any concern is welcome, and I will make the backup file available so that anybody that wants to use that can use it. If you have any question, you can ask. Thank you so much. All the best. Bye.